What is going on, guys? It is Constable Chen coming back to you with another Madden 70 video. Hope you're having a great day. Today we are adding on to this Braxton Miller as a quarterback franchise. He is a four-time Super Bowl champion, 97 overall player, superstar development, 29 years old. He's getting up there in age. So this is year 6. We'll be heading on into year 7. This is just where I ended up last. We won the Super Bowl in year 6. So we'll be heading into year 7 in just a bit, and then we will do 3 more years and see how Braxton Miller goes. Hopefully we win a couple more Super Bowls. That would be pretty sweet. Unfortunately, I was just looking at the team before I started this video. The team's getting up there in age. DeAndre Hopkins is 30. Sammy Watkins, 29. Antonio Brown is a 34-year-old wide receiver. O-line, I think Batonio's 30, Mewhort's 30, Conklin's 28, Ronnie Stanley's 28. So the guys are getting up there in age. I probably got to rebuild this team in a couple years if Braxton Miller doesn't retire. Defensively, the Honey Badger is 30 years old. Desmond Trufant's 31. Luke Kuechly's 31. Deone Buchanan's 30. So, all the guys that I had my team for a while are getting up there in age. So I might have to rebuild this team in a little bit, but, I'm going to keep these old guys. It's been working as of late. I think last video I won a Super Bowl all 3 years. So that's what I'm going to try to do with this video. So we're going to do the offseason. I think I got a couple first-round picks. I'm not too sure. I haven't even looked yet. And then we'll pick it up either in free agency or the draft. With my first pick at number 13, I'm going to go strong safety Shakir Rutu out of Ole Miss. Very good combine, very fast player, number 1 in his class. So let's take him out of Ole Miss. He is a 78 overall normal development. And my last first rounder, I'm going to go Darian McNabb, a speed rusher out of the University of Miami. Pretty good combine. He's a speed rusher. That's what I play in my 4-3 defense. So he will be a 78 overall with normal development. So I'm kicking off year 7 with maybe a couple trades. Antonio Brown, I was going to be paying him like $14 million this year. He went down to an 87, and he's 34 years old, so I got rid of him. Sheldon Day as well. He was my third-string defensive tackle, and a second-rounder this year is going for this Wembley guy. He's a rookie cornerback with superstar development, so a good player to add to my team. Also traded away the veteran player Desmond Trufant. He's 31 years old. He's in the last year of his contract, and he's set to make just over $17 million this year. So got rid of him and 2 third-rounders this year for this Whittington guy. He's a 1-year pro cornerback, but he's got superstar development. So another good young cornerback with superstar development to add to my team. With it, I traded my third cornerback, Sankey. He's 27, so I want to let those other 2 younger guys get some playing time. So I traded him away. Deone Buchanan, I drafted a rookie, and Buchanan's 30 years old now, and a second rounder this year for Brandon Cooks, 97 overall wide receiver. He's 28 years old, so he's got still some gas left in the tank before he starts going down in overall. So welcome to the team, Brandon Cooks. Also going to be trading my backup strong safety, Copeland, and 2 fifth-round picks this year for Brackens, a wide receiver from the Colts. He's 75 overall. I was basically just looking to get a 4th receiver. That's pretty good because he might be seeing some catches from Braxton Miller. So welcome to the team. So this is what the Houston Texans are looking like heading into year 7 as Braxton Miller as their quarterback. He's 29 years old. He's 95 overall. Very good player. 4-time Super Bowl champion. Basically, my plan is to start bringing in younger guys now, maybe like 2 or 3 each year, instead of waiting till it's too late and everyone's retired and basically I'm screwed. So I brought in 2 young corners, a wide receiver. I'm going to be starting a rookie at strong safety. Luke Kuechly is not even 99 anymore. He's starting to go down, but to be honest, he'll probably be here till he's retired because he's a monster. Basically, everyone else is in their high 20s, so they're not there yet, but once they hit 30, then I gotta start thinking about getting a ring to them. So this is what the team's looking like heading into year 7. Still a pretty good team. I should have a shot at the Super Bowl, so we will pick it up with you guys in the playoffs. So here we are in the playoffs in year 7. We made the divisional at 14-2. I did go to the midseason mark. We had some pretty big re-signings. Joe Batonio on offense and Jadeveon Clowney on defense. And I didn't resign either of them because Batonio's 30, Clowney's 29. They wanted big money for the ages they are. Batonio's 30 and Clowney is 29, and they wanted a lot of money, and I just wasn't willing to pay that money. So letting them go, I think, is the best option. I'm going to be saving a lot of money. And also at the beginning of the year, I saved a lot of money from letting go. Who did I let go again? Trufant and Antonio Brown. So that was a good move by me, but I just can't spend the money on those two guys. So let's take a look at some stats here. Braxton Miller, probably another very monstrous year. 4,473 yards, 41 touchdowns to 14 interceptions. Rushing, Le'Veon Bell, 1,845 yards, 14 touchdowns. Matt Jones, 671 and 12 touchdowns. Receiving, Brandon Cooks, 1,276 yards, 11 touchdowns. Sammy Watkins, 1,067 yards and 6 touchdowns. And DeAndre Hopkins had 948 and 9 touchdowns. Defense, Luke Kuechly led the way with 111 tackles. Tackles for loss with Leonard Williams with 11. And quarterback sacks with Jadeveon Clowney. Yeah, sure, he would have that when I'm not resigning him. 18 and a half. Interceptions was Tyrann Mathieu had 6. At some awards, Ezekiel Elliott's a 99 overall. He won MVP. The guy's a monster. Coach of the year was Bill O'Brien. So that was me, I guess. In the AFC, Braxton Miller, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive player was J.J. Watt. Rookie, guy from the Chargers. Defensive rookie, guy from the Browns. Our safety was 5th on the list. Best quarterback, Braxton Miller. Best running back, Le'Veon Bell. Best wide receiver, Brandon Cooks. Best O-line, Ronnie Stanley, Conklin, Muhort, Batonio, and Lester was there as well. Best D-line, J.J. Watt. Clowney was number 4. Best linebacker, Telvin Smith. Best defensive back, David Amerson. Best kicker was Santos from the New England Patriots. So I'm going to spend some player XP, and then we'll jump into this playoff game. So after getting some player XP, this is what the team's looking like. Braxton Miller with a confidence boost is actually a 99. That's the first time I've ever seen. So the team's actually looking pretty good. Some guys went up in overall. My tight end is a 90. I think he's like a 2-year pro, so that's pretty sweet. Kuechly's back up to a 99. D-line's looking real nasty. My 2 corners I picked up, Whittington 87 and Wimbley's an 85, so that's looking pretty good. My strong safety went up by 3. He's an 81 overall now. So I'm just going to sim this game. Usually I just sim inside the game, but you know that takes a while. So I'm just going to sim games like this. If I win the if I make it to the Super Bowl, then we'll jump into the game and sim it that way. So we play the 11-5 Cincinnati Bengals in the conference, so we'll sim it and we'll see if we move on to the Super Bowl, which we do. We play the Detroit Lions. Their record's 10-5-1, so we'll jump into this game and we'll see if we could beat them. Braxton Miller is playing to see if he could win his 5th Super Bowl ring. My team's 97 overall, and the Lions are only 83, so I think we should really just lay the boots to him here. Looks like the game's actually kind of close. I should have said that way too early. I'm starting to pour it on here. 37, I got 40. 40-19 is your final. Braxton Miller is a 5-time Super Bowl champion as a quarterback. This experiment has actually turned out very good. He's, arguably the best quarterback to ever play the game. So we'll see who the MVP is. Then we will jump into year 8. Do the draft. I'd probably draft some players to fill the left guard spot where Batonio's leaving, and maybe a defensive end guy to fill where Clowney is also leaving as well. And then we'll kick off year 8 and see if we can win another Super Bowl. So I think the MVP is coming up right after this. Luke Kuechly is the Super Bowl MVP, 10 tackles and 1 interception. So that's pretty cool to see a defensive player. So now let's jump into the offseason. So in the draft in year 2022, we pick 13th and then I believe 32nd in the first round. Then we got, I think, a 2nd and maybe a 3rd and a 4th. So at number 1, I'm not really too sure what to get. I didn't really scout anything that really jumps out at me. Probably going to take this right tackle. If he's good, maybe slide him inside to a left guard position. He's only a 69, but that superstar div looks really good. So that's actually a pretty good pick. Number 32, I'm going to pick pass rusher defensive tackle Josh Potter out of Tennessee. basically finished first in everything for the most part. Good combine grade. So let's take this player. He is a 78 with quick development. So we're kicking off year 8 with some trades, trying to get these younger players in here. So I got a right guard, Bethel. He's 25 years old, superstar development, 86 overall. So I traded Scuda. He's a defensive end I drafted, I believe, 2 years ago. He's got slow development, 83 overall. So I just traded him. Straight up trade, actually. Pretty good deal for this offensive guard. With number 2 in year 8, this is actually a pretty big one. Uhort, who's 31, and Leonard Williams, who's 29, and a second this year, are going to the Tennessee Titans for a 23-year-old, 90 overall superstar development outside linebacker. He's a 3-4 pass rusher, so I'm going to slide him down to defensive end. He'll play where Clowney is. So another very good young player to add to the team. Sammy Watkins, my third wide receiver, is starting to go down in overall. He's getting up there in age. And 2 third-rounders are going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm just looking through teams at their best young players. And 99 overall cornerback at 28 years old. I had to get him. Welcome to the team, more. Russell Mace, a 24-year-old, 90 overall superstar development center from the Seattle Seahawks, is joining the team for the Honey Badger, a 3rd and a 5th round pick. DeAndre Applewhite, he's a 25-year-old wide receiver from the Oakland Raiders, 87 overall with superstar development. I traded a 4th string cornerback, a 2nd rounder this year, and a 4th rounder this year. So this is the team heading into year 8. Braxton Miller, still very good, 97 overall. Added some younger players on offense. Applewhite at wide receiver, 87 overall. He's 25 years old. Mace, I think he's 24. Very good player. He's got 99 run block, 97 pass block, 91 impact. Superstar div, so he'll be here for a long time. And then Bethel, same thing. Very good player, 91 run block, 25 years old, superstar div. So the offense is actually looking very good. Defensively, added some more young players. Traded for this Nowak guy at outside linebacker, switched him to defensive end. So he's 95 overall now, 23-year-old player. So he's definitely a franchise player. And I also, added this receiver Moore. He was on the Pittsburgh Steelers roster. 5-year pro out of Ohio State. I've never seen a corner that's this good. 96 speed, 96 acceleration, 99 man, and 99 zone, 99 play rec. Still got to work on that press. I'm guessing his awareness is 99 too. This guy's the best cornerback I've ever seen in the game. So I'm going to start simming away we'll just head right to the playoffs, and we'll see who we play. We play in yet another divisional. We went 12-4 in the year, and we match up against the 9-7 Oakland Raiders. So let's take some stats, then we'll do awards, and then player progression. So Braxton Miller, 4,674 yards, 38 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Rushing, Le'Veon Bell, 1,605 yards, 20 touchdowns. Eldridge, 570 and 14 touchdowns. Receiving, Brandon Cooks, 1,451 yards and 11 touchdowns. DeAndre Hopkins, 971 and 5 touchdowns. And DeAndre Applewhite, 950 and 8 touchdowns. I had the option to re-sign Hopkins at the midpoint of the season, but I declined. I'm just going to let him go. I think he's 31 years old. So I think that's a pretty good decision. Luke Kuechly led the team with 124 tackles. Tackles for loss was Robert Nkemdiche with 7, and quarterback sacks was Colton Nowak with 13.5, the newcomer out of Oklahoma. Robert Aguero, 14 for 14, so that's pretty good. So let's take a look at some awards. I'm sure Braxton Miller walked away with most of them again. But looks like this Dallas quarterback is actually going to win MVP, 89 overall. Jordan Mulligan, Coach of the Year, was some no-name from the Bears. In the AFC, that Chargers quarterback won. He beat out Le'Veon Bell. Defensive player was C.J. Mosley. Luke Kuechly was number 2. Offensive rookie guy from the Browns. I'm not sure if we'll have any defensive rookie. We didn't have any. Best quarterback, he beat out Braxton Miller. Best running back, Le'Veon Bell. Best wide receiver, Keenan Allen. Brandon Cooks was number 2. Best O-line was Russell Mace, Ronnie Stanley, Richard Lester, Jack Conklin, and B.J. Bethel. So all 5 of my guys were there. Khalil Mack, best defensive lineman, just like every other year. Bud Dupree won best linebacker. Wow, he's actually an 88 overall. That's pretty good. Luke Kuechly was third on the list. Best defensive back was Desmond Trufant, who I traded away. And Robert Aguero won best kicker. So I'll spend some player XP. I'll show you guys, and then we'll sim right to the Super Bowl and see if we play in the game. After spending some player XP, Braxton Miller still a 97 overall. I don't think he's really going to get better. Probably just going to go down from here. Applewhite, the receiver I traded for, is a 90. Brandon Cook's 97. These young O-linemen I traded for, very happy. Bethel's a 90, and Mace is a 99, and he's what, 24 years old, so he'll be here for a long time probably. Ronnie Stanley and Conklin are, I think, 30 or 31 now, so gotta look for some tackles in the near future. My tight end Ben's a 92, so that's pretty good. D-line, my rookie defensive tackle went from a 78 to an 87, so I'm not really missing Leonard Williams at all. I think my D-line's in pretty good shape. No Wax, 99. Shazier, 84. Kuechly, 97. They're going to start going down. Strong safety went up to an 88. My free safety is a 90. This cornerback's 99. And my other two corners are both 87. So the team's looking pretty good. I'm actually just going to sim right to the Super Bowl, and we'll see if we participate in that game or not. And then we'll get the offseason underway. So it looks like we actually lost in the divisional against the Oakland Raiders. Derek Carr got the best of us, I guess. They had a good running back who ran for 3 touchdowns. It was a close game, though. What was the score? 37 to 31. So we lost by 6 points. So we actually lost in the playoffs. Kind of sucks, but whatever. Team's still pretty good. So we'll jump into this offseason, probably just at the draft. I think I only have 1 first-round pick, and then we will start off year number 9. So in the draft, we picked number 28, and apparently this Tank Sykes is the only guy left that I have scouted. He's a free safety, pretty good combine actually, but his top 3 skills don't look too great, but we'll take him. He's got slow development, so probably going to get traded. So that's all the draft picks I'm going to do. I'm just going to skip right to the end of the draft, and then we will kick off year 9 maybe with a couple trades. So we're kicking off year 9 with a trade. I traded for a wide receiver since DeAndre Hopkins is no longer a part of this team. So I traded Tyler, my backup outside linebacker, a 5th and a 6th rounder this year. And this J.J. Casey, he is a rookie player with superstar development, 76 overall player. So he'll be a pretty good addition to the team. I traded Porter, my backup left guard, and a 2nd rounder this year for this Fratman. He's a middle linebacker, 1-year pro out of Louisville, superstar development. So I'll probably start him at right outside linebacker and then move Ryan Shazier to the left outside linebacker spot. So that wide receiver and that middle linebacker are the only 2 players I'm going to be trading for this year. So this is what the team's looking like heading into year 9. Braxton Miller is now 31 years old. Still one of the top quarterbacks in the league, obviously. So I added Casey. He'll be playing in the slot, 76 overall with superstar development. Stanley and Conklin are starting to go down in overall, so I'm still going to keep them on the team because they're still very good. But the interior of my O-line is looking good with Mace, Lester, and Bethel. My tight end is a 92 overall. Defensively, the D-line is very good. Nowak, 97. Kimdichi, 87. Potter, 87. Lutman, 93. I moved Shazier to the left side. Fratman's going to be starting at the red outside spot. That middle linebacker I got. And Kuechly's a 93. He's going down. But he's going to be a Houston Texan for life. I just like him too much to trade him away. So he'll be playing in the middle linebacker till he's in a wheelchair. Safeties are good. Cornerbacks are unreal, best in the league. So the team's looking good. I should hopefully be back in the Super Bowl. So I set my season goal to make the playoffs. I think we could at least do that. I'm going to go to mid-season, maybe do some re-signing, but we'll pick it up with you guys in the playoffs. So in year 9, we are in the divisional yet again, 15-1. So we're back where we should be. Last year we were 12-4. We kind of slipped off a bit, but now we're back dominating teams. So we'll take a look at stats, do the usual routine here. Braxton Miller looks like had over 5,000 passing yards, 42 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions. Very good year from him. Le'Veon Bell, 1,678 yards, 19 touchdowns. This is another player I'm probably going to keep till he retires because he's going to be the best running back in the league. Eldridge, 697 and 10 touchdowns. I re-signed him at the midseason point. DeAndre Applewhite, 1,080 yards, 6 touchdowns. Brandon Cooks, 1,186 and 8 touchdowns. And J.J. Casey, the newcomer, 1,094 yards and 7 touchdowns. And my tight end, Shannon Ben, also had 12 receiving touchdowns, so that's good for him. Defensively, Luke Kuechly led the way with 132 tackles. Tackles for loss was Robert Nkemdiche with 14. Quarterback sacks was Nowak with 15, and Lutman with 10.5. Interceptions was Kuechly leading that department with 5. So let's take a look at some awards. MVP, Braxton Miller, back where he should be. Coach of the Year, Bill O'Brien. So that is me, head coach. Braxton Miller, Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC. Le'Veon Bell was number 2. Defensive player was Luke Kuechly. Did we have any rookies? Yeah, J.J. Casey finished 3rd, and we didn't have any defensive rookie. No, we did have a defense rookie, I think. Nope, I'm lying to you guys. Best quarterback was Braxton Miller. Best running back, Le'Veon Bell. Best wide receiver, Allen Robinson. Best O-line, I'm sure all my guys are right there. Best D-line, Garrett Body. Pretty sweet name. 2 Jaguar guys there, 1 and 2. Best linebacker, Thomas Youngblood. Another kick-ass name. Holy crap. Best defensive back, Jalen Ramsey. He's a monster. Best kicker, Brandon McManus. He's got a very good leg. So I'll spend some player XP. I will show you guys that. And then I'm probably going to sim games in the game now. I don't know. When you just do it like this and go sim to Super Bowl, I find that it's just way inconsistent. So we'll actually jump into the game, sim it. So I'll spend player XP first. After spending some player XP, this is what we're looking at. Le'Veon Bell's starting to go down pretty good. He's a 93 now, 32 years old, but he's still, running behind this O-line. He could play till he's 70. Braxton Miller is a 97, like he usually is. J.J. Casey went from a 78 to an 87 after 1 year. Very good player. Applewhite, 92. Brandon Cooks, he'll probably be the next receiver to get traded out. He's 30 years old now, but he's still a very good player. O-line looking real nasty. Mace maxed out at a 99. He's got 99 run block, 99 pass block, 99 awareness. Just got to upgrade that impact block, and he's a god. My tight end is a 96. Defensively, Nowak also maxed out. He's a 99. Potter is a 90. Defensive tackle. I drafted him last year. He's a very good player. Lutman, 95. D-line's best in the league. Linebacking core is actually kind of shitty. Kuechly's old. Shazier's old. Frotman, I traded for. He's got superstar divs, so he'll be getting better. But I like these 2 guys. Kuechly and Shazier, just too much to get rid of them. They're going to be Texans for life. My strong safety is 88. Free safety is 90. Cornerback 99, 87, and 91. So the team's looking pretty good. So we'll jump into this game with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we'll see if we move on to the conference. In the fourth quarter of play, it was a tight ball game to start off, but I started to run away with it a little bit in the second half of play. And we are going to be moving on to the conference. So in this game, we play the 13-3 San Diego Chargers, who are rated 88 overall. Compared to our 98 overall, that's the highest overall team I think I ever had. They got a very good team. I think their quarterback won MVP last year, but it looks like we kicked their ass 42-13, I believe, is your final. And Braxton Miller is going back to where he belongs. Super Bowl, we will see you guys there. So Super Bowl in year 9, we are playing in Phoenix, Arizona. We played the 13-2 and 1 Dallas Cowboys. They're 92 overall. Very good team. They got a good young quarterback who I think is like 90 overall, and Ezekiel Elliott's a 99. So they're just a powerhouse team. Hopefully my guys could shut them down. Looks like this game is probably going to lose, and I did. 33-24 is their final. They're a very good team. Ezekiel Elliott's just a straight monster. I was going to trade for him, but, I like Le'Veon Bell. I think I should just keep him because he's going to be one of the best ever to play. So that's going to do it for part 3 of this Braxton Miller at quarterback. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's pretty neat to see that he went from like a 63 overall to, he did peak out at a 99, but he's starting to come down now. He's a 97 right now. I was hoping to win the Super Bowl, but I think even with this loss, I think we have 5 Super Bowl wins with him. And Ezekiel Elliott is your MVP. He probably just ran all over my defense. 178 yards and 3 touchdowns. I can't stop the run, apparently. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully, by the part 4, we could start winning Super Bowls again. I'm basically going to just keep doing these till Braxton Miller retires. So that's the plan. I'm not sure if I said this already. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I really would appreciate it, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.